Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon, and I discuss manifesting as a lifestyle. Be the art director of your life. You are the architect and the designer of your life. Do you want to manifest money into your life? Manifest the wealthy version of you? Well, then step in to the consciousness of the version of you who has wealth and who has money and who has riches. In order to manifest that version of you and be that version of you, you think from the state of being of already having this desire, right? The desire is money, whatever the desire is, it doesn't matter. Whatever the desire is, but today we're talking about money and wealth consciousness and abundance consciousness. Abundance consciousness is thinking from the version of you who already has the abundance, who already has the wealth, the multi-million-dollar version of you, the million-dollar version of you, right? That version of you who is a millionaire. Okay, what does that version of you think? What does that version of you say? What is that version of you doing? What is that version of you assuming of yourself? What does that version of you think about what others think about you? You build and become the version of you by having the consciousness of the version of you who has wealth. Not poverty, not lack. Whatever you hold within is what's reflected in your world and projected out in your world. If you're constantly feeling like, I don't have enough money, I'm poor, it's not going to work out for me, I can't pay my bills, then you're going to stay there. In order to transform and be the version of you with wealth, who has money in the bank, you have to think from that version of you. And you affirm that version of you. That version of you is thinking something way different than the version of you who feels poor and you don't have money and you can't do it and you have lack and scarcity and there's not enough to go around and there's so much competition. That version of you is going to create more of that. So be deliberate about how you see yourself and think from the consciousness of already having it. It's a radical change of mind because you have to be mad. Neville Goddard even said it. You have to be a madman to think from the version of you who already has it. You're going to affirm it. Affirmations manifest. Your affirmations are manifesting. The only thing you need to do is have the inner conversations that you already have this desire. So what is that version of you saying? I am wealthy. I have the money. I'm going to make this work. It is working for me. My bank account is growing. Money is always growing in my life. I don't need to hold on to money because I could spend it because more is always coming into my life. So make a list of what the affirmations would be for you to have a wealth consciousness. Use my self-concept course to get into the framework, the mindset of that version of you who has money, who has abundance. Don't just parrot affirmations you hear. I want you to think about it, and I want you to paint that picture and be that version of you by doing the work, by thinking from the version of you who has the millionaire mindset. What does that version of you say? What is that version of you doing? What is that version of you thinking? What does that version of you assume about what others think of you? And how do they see you? All right, I'm going to answer questions. Hello, everyone. Okay, Yvette said, so do I spend as if I'm wealthy, knowing money will always come? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you know Florence Scovel Shinn, Dr. Joseph Murphy, maybe even Neville Goddard, they would tell that person, spend your last dollar and know that it will be replenished. You could also practice spending in your mind. But here's what I want you to catch and be aware of what you're doing. If you're spending money and you feel like it's not coming back, and you're spending money but you still feel scared, I want you to recognize that. Spend money knowing it's coming back to you. And if you're feeling scared, then you need to practice it. First, practice it imagining that you're buying something online, okay? Spend that last dollar knowing, having faith, it's always coming back to you. Ferrari, help, my celeb crush is your celeb crush concert in my town today and I didn't go. Why does that matter? Why does that matter? You live in the end as if you have your desire. Do you know, I live in the city. Even if I go on vacation, I can stop at a restaurant. There's a picture on the wall of a celebrity that's been in that restaurant. It could be the tiniest town in any city in any country. It doesn't matter. You could be in the right place at the right time. Do you understand that? You're thinking about how you're going to meet them. Being at the concert, you didn't go. Now you're essentially talking about it's not working. It doesn't matter if you went to the concert or not. You are in the right place at the right time. You are in the right place at the right time. Let the feeling of joy, the flow of life, let it guide you. Let the flow of life guide you. Let the flow of life guide you where you should go and what you should do. You could just be at a convenience store and they are there at the same time. Okay? All you have to do is keep living in the end, knowing it's done. Okay? You hold loyal to the vision, hold loyal to that faith. Faith is faith is loyalty to the unseen reality. That's what faith is. Faith is being loyal to the vision of you having your desire. So you keep affirming it. Nope, doesn't matter. I didn't go to the concert. This is mine. It's already mine. We're already together. Why would that matter? Yeah, but now you said you're at desperational level and you're at home alone sad. Do you think home alone sad, thinking you don't have your desire, is going to get your desire? Affirm it. Affirm it. Affirm it until you have your desire, because you're doing the opposite. That's why someone's not getting their manifestation, because when they do the opposite, you get whatever you focus on. You get whatever you're focused on, and you're focused on sadness and not having and seeing separation and seeing lack. You're affirming that, or you're creating that, and you're aligning with that reality. Okay, so you live in the end knowing it's done. Sure, you could feel sad, but also know it's done. No one wants to be sad. Okay, I'm helping you, lift you out of the feeling of desperation and feeling alone and sad. Know that it's done. Do you think that your specific person wants to be with you that's desperate and sad? Do you think they want to be with you that you're desperate and sad? Do you want to be with someone who's desperate and sad? Lift yourself up and know that this desire is yours. JM, thanks for following. Hi, Sarah. Okay, when affirming, do we say like 3 affirmations on repeat after, all day, or rant of affirmations? Which feels good to you? As long as you're focused on the goal. Focused on the goal meaning you already have your desire. You're focused on speaking to yourself as if you already have your desire. So if that's 3 affirmations, perfect. You don't have to overcomplicate it. That's perfect. You're the creator of your reality. So you get to declare that, yes, this works. Whatever you're doing works. I actually integrate both of those sometimes in one day. I might have an affirmation I'm just repeating. It's living rent-free in my mind. I may not even be repeating it consistently. I just have affirmed it and I'm repeating it. Maybe just 3 affirmations. And then there might just be a moment where I just feel like I want to give a rampage of affirmations. I just feel the inspiration to do that and to feel that. Okay, BGB. Can you manifest living abroad? If so, how do you recommend doing it? Yes, of course, you can manifest anything. Really, manifesting is just living your life. The first thing is getting that clear intention of what you want. You already know what it is. What's the goal? You want to live abroad. Do you know where? If you don't know where, just start envisioning. What kind of climate is it? What does it look like? What's the typical day in the life of you? What would that look like? So that's what you want to affirm. I am living in Italy. I am living in the most beautiful, luscious area. I love how everyone is so friendly. Or I'm living at the beach and I love it. I'm living in Costa Rica. I love that I'm living here. I love that everything works out for me. I love that money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I love that it's easy for me to get a job. I love where I live. So those are ideas of what you could be thinking and saying and affirming. JM said it all comes from love and acceptance for self. Absolutely, absolutely true. It is self-acceptance. How am I? I'm doing wonderful. Hello, Yana. How would it be if manifesting an ex in no contact? It doesn't matter. Remember, circumstances do not matter. So it doesn't matter if you have no contact. What matters is you select a reality. You're really selecting the reality you want. That's all existing right now. It's all existing right now. In order to select that reality and live that reality, you think from the version of you who already has that desire. That the past has nothing to do with the present moment. As a conscious manifester, you understand the past is everything's existing right now. So the past is only a memory that you don't have to focus there. You focus on the present moment of already having your desire. To manifest your ex to be with you, they're no longer an ex. Hold on a second. You're no longer calling them your ex, okay? Living in the end, you already have it. Now speak to yourself as if you have your desire and you're affirming it. You're affirming it. You're affirming your self-concept. You're affirming, what do you want from this relationship? Well, what you want is love, and you want to feel loved, and you want to feel that feeling of love, and you want to feel like that companionship, and you want to feel wanted and desired, right? So that's the version of you need to be. If you want to do the work on your own and you want a blueprint of success, my self-concept course is linked in my bio. Download my self-concept course, do the work. You could complete that in one day and you implement it every single day until it manifests. You're the operant power. You're the creator of your life. So if you consistently affirm the version of you with your desire, it will manifest. It's literally a promise. It is a promise. It's written in scripture that it is a promise. You are praying, but not praying in the terms of what we think praying is begging. Praying means you speak as if you have your desire. So you're actually in gratitude and you're feeling thankful. That's what prayer is in manifestation terms, right? Prayer. You pray, which means you speak as if you already have it. Oh my God, I'm so grateful that I have this. I'm so grateful that I'm loved. I know that I'm loved. We are together. I'm so appreciative. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm in this loving, committed relationship. And you speak to yourself that way consistently until it manifests, okay? And it doesn't matter. You gave another circumstance. That circumstance doesn't matter. Remember, you're not going to focus on the circumstance, because if you are focusing on the circumstance, then you manifest wherever you put your attention and your focus. So if you're focused on no contact, long distance, they're my ex. If that's where your focus is and that's the story you're telling, then that's what must manifest. So in order to change your reality and to shift into a reality where you have your desire, you need to speak from having your desire. I met a new guy. How can I manifest him? You want to manifest him into a relationship? Start thinking of yourself as the one who's the ultimate choice. You're the one. You're the one. So when you think highly of yourself and you assume and you know, and it's a knowing and it's just your natural assumption, like, of course he would like you. Of course he's interested in you. You want to get to that place, right? That's the version of you who has this desire. The version of you who has this desire is like, of course he likes me. Of course he thinks I'm attractive. Of course he wants to date me. Of course he wanted to meet me. He loves talking to me. So you paint the picture, you create your self-concept in relation to your specific person by imagining what they think about you. Okay, and then you spend all of your time building up that vision of yourself, thinking through the eyes of the version of you who feels that way about yourself. Okay, so this is what you do. You're going to affirm as if it's already done. What does he think about you? He thinks I'm beautiful. That's what you would say to yourself, right? He thinks you're beautiful. He thinks you're a perfect partner. He thinks you're a great catch. He always had an eye for you. He even knew who you were before you even came into his life, because he just knew it. He saw you. He saw you in a picture. Okay, I mean, here's the thing. Do you understand that reality is so malleable and flexible? Whatever story you consistently tell will manifest. Just keep telling that story over and over until you're living that life. Okay, so the most important thing is that you're not going to focus on the circumstance, because if you focus on the circumstance, you create what you focus on, right? You create where you're projecting onto into the reality that you live, wherever you focus in the story you're telling around that focus. So all you have to do is focus on the reality where you have what you want. Okay, and you do that, and so although it is pretty easy in a way, but you also have to disregard what you see that you don't like, and you affirm what you do want. Love and more. What is the best way to acknowledge limiting beliefs to change them? Well, the awareness of your belief, okay? Ask yourself, what are my beliefs about them? Okay, first of all, you're asking, you're not changing them. You're just changing your perception of them. You're not changing them. Okay, so that's number one. You're not changing the outside world. You're just changing your perception or conception of that person. They're going to reflect the change, because everyone is yourself pushed out. So if you understand this concept that everyone is yourself pushed out, that's the foundational knowing of how your reality is reflecting you. You need to know that first. You need to know and remind yourself, everyone is yourself pushed out. They are reflecting you. They are a projection of your imagination. Okay, so that would be something that you remind yourself and you talk to yourself about it. Okay, well, everyone's myself pushed out. They're reflecting my thoughts and beliefs. What do you want? You want to change them to love you, or to admire you and adore you and prioritize you and find you irresistible? Then that's the story you affirm in your mind. You would be saying things like, I'm irresistible. I'm irresistible. They can't stop thinking about me. I'm the kind of person that when someone meets me, so in a way this could be general, right? I'm the kind of person when someone meets me, like they're enamored with me. Do you believe, like, you don't have to have it that way, but I'm giving an example, right? Do you want someone to be enamored with you when they meet you and they're like, wow, like you're unforgettable and irresistible to them? Then you need to see yourself that way. So you affirm yourself, self-concept. Use my self-concept course to see that vision of you. Come up with that vision of you and you affirm it consistently. You just have to see yourself in a new light in relation to them. And you disregard all of what you see. Let you die to the old circumstances and the old version of you who felt unwanted or insecure or unsure or abandoned or rejected. You have to die to that version of you, and you resurrect, and you live and think from the version of you who feels loved and chosen and wanted. So in general, identifying limiting beliefs, you could simply replace your beliefs. When you saturate yourself and replace beliefs, that works too. There was a really powerful video going around TikTok where a woman had a glass of water. It was a clear glass filled with water, and she took a spoonful of dirt and put it in the glass. Now the whole glass looks dirty, right? She stirred it around, just one glass, and she said every piece of dirt in here, all this dirt in here is all like limiting beliefs, feelings of the hurt and the trauma and the rejection, all of that floating around in the cup, right? So it looks very cloudy and it looks very dirty. And she took the spoon and she's trying to heal herself. She's like, this is an analogy, right? The analogy is like if we're trying to heal ourselves and we're trying to take out the hurt, and we're trying to take out the rejection, we're trying to take it all out. I mean, she was doing that and nothing was changing, right? So, I mean, we could try to figure out forever what we need to heal, or what she did was instead is put that spoon down, and she grabbed a pitcher of water and just kept pouring water into the cup. Now imagine, as the water was pouring into the cup, the cup started clearing out. All the sediment that was in there, all the dirt and sediment just started clearing out. It started overflowing. It started overflowing from what she was pouring in. So imagine you're pouring in love, gratitude, appreciation, self-love, seeing the highest version of yourself, seeing the highest version of everyone else. If you could, when you replace what you put in that cup, our imagination, it's going to overflow with anything you're replacing it with. I should do a video from my perspective how to see this. Okay, I will. So as she filled the cup, or she was filling it with water, all of the sediment exited the cup, or was overflowing out of the cup, and that now this cup was clear again, and it was clear again by overflowing it with. Think of it that whatever the water is gratitude, love, appreciation, the new story. Before all that sediment in there was the old story, the old version of you. You're filling it with the new version of you. You're saturating yourself with the new version of you. You saturate yourself by seeing the new version of you who's loved. Okay, who's in demand. Do you want to be in demand? You want to be in demand? You want to feel like you're in demand, like you're the one, like you're the ultimate catch? Then saturate your mind with that. It's only you who needs to change the story. You're the only one who needs to see the new vision of you. So stop looking at the 3D world to tell you what things mean, and you create your own definition about yourself. I was even kind of flipping through and listening to a dating coach. I don't know her name. I've seen her on my feed before, and she matches with millionaire, she's a millionaire matchmaker lady, and she's talking about these guys want this, and this, and certain things, but none of that is true unless you believe it's true. And if you don't match what she says, you might have assumptions that it's not going to work for you. So don't, if something in the world doesn't align with what you want, don't take any fact as final. You get to decide what the millionaire man wants, not what other people tell you. You decide that he wants you. That's it. He simply, or she, whoever they are, right? That SP wants you. All right, so how to get the moolah, Sweet Taylor. Just think about it. Like, what was that, Jerry Maguire? Show me the money. Why don't you get playful with your subconscious mind and just say, show me the money. Show me how good it could get. Show me the money. Show me a life of luxury. Show me that money just falls in my lap. Show me that money can come out of the blue. Show me that it's easy to receive money. Show me how great I am. So there is power in being a little playful. I know I mentioned that a lot because we get a little serious about life. And we think we're stuck in the circumstance, but the truth is you're not. It's just a perception. You're not stuck in any circumstance. You get to change the story and align to a new circumstance the circumstance and situation that you want to live, but you persist. You persist. At no point do you ever say it didn't happen. At no point are you going to admit, it's not about admitting, but it's claiming, you're actually claiming it and you're declaring it and you're manifesting what you put your focus and attention on. So the moment that you say, but it didn't work for me, it's not going to work for you because you're affirming it's not working for you. And the reason you would be saying that is because that's what you're truly feeling inside. Internally, you're feeling like it's not working for me. Why isn't it working for me? You have to just claim. You pray. Pray means you claim and declare, and you're in a state of gratitude. Thank you for all the abundance in my life. Think about being in the state of wealth, right? Our infinite reality is living simultaneously. Can I talk? Simultaneously right now, infinite possibilities. So think that you just shift into the reality that already exists. It's literally like a frame, a film strip. and each frame has a different reality. Okay, so these are ways to get in your mind and imagine that. Using these analogies can help you shift into thinking from that reality that already exists. You're just shifting into a parallel universe, if you want to call it that, or a matrix, or a shifting into a new reality where you already have this desire. It's really that. It really can happen that quickly. You're thinking about shifting into the state of wealth. Like, what if you said say things to yourself like, wow, I just shifted. I feel like I just shifted. Don't wait to feel a shift. You claim that you shifted. You're the writer and director. You're the cause. The world's the effect. So claim it. Yeah, I already shifted into this reality. It's already mine. I'm already in the state of wealth. I'm already in the state of wealth. I'm already in the state of wealth. And that's something to meditate on. Saturate yourself with that, right? You're just going to fill the cup, fill your imagination with that until it's overflowing. I am in the state of wealth. I'm in the state of wealth. Your world is going to reflect and project where you are mentally. It already is, right? You understand that. It already is. So that's how you get the moolah. Show me the money. How can I embody them acting differently, kind of attached to how I see them? How can you embody this specific person acting differently? Okay, and you're attached to how you see the certain traits and characteristics in the certain actions. It is powerful to consistently reinforce that you're the operant power. Reinforce that you're the operant power. I do find it powerful to use revision. I know we want to feel stuck and attached to what we saw, but what we saw is really an illusion. It can be changed at any moment in time. You can imagine you saw something differently. And that's going to help you practicing the present moment. Imagine, what is that trait that they did? What are those actions and traits? How they didn't treat you right. Now replace that and imagine it differently, and keep imagining it differently. Now bring it into the past, into the present moment. Bring that past memory into the present moment and see them in that new light. Talk to yourself about the things that you want instead of talking to yourself about what you don't want. And you really have to observe yourself, because you may not even recognize that you're talking all about what you don't like and what you don't want. You might not even realize that you're doing that. And also another way you embodied them acting differently by you feeling, what would it feel? It feels different to feel hurt by someone that didn't treat you right. And it feels different to feel like when you're treated right, and when you're treated with love, and you're treated with care. So you can embody that by treating yourself that way. You can treat yourself, like romanticize your life. That's something that I did. I just started romanticizing my life. Instead of just pulling out a cup of coffee and whatever, I started making it romantic and beautiful. And I really this isn't the only way to do it. This is something that worked for me, okay? So I just take out that like pretty little plate, and I think how special it was. And I was just doing something special for myself. And I was consistently thinking about how I'm treating myself special. I see myself special. I see myself valuable and important. Okay, Itzelwood said that, okay, you never lived in the same place, but maybe moving with him. And it doesn't matter. Don't focus on you never lived in the same place. Okay, you know that. But you also know you're the creator. So keep picturing being together. If you want to picture living together, what would that look like to live together? You don't have to know how. You don't have to imagine it. Will it be there? Will it be here where I live? Will it be where SP lives? Just imagine being together. You don't have to have all those details figured out. If you need additional help, I have a free Facebook community. Join my Facebook community. The link's in my description. It's a community to remind yourself that you are the operant power. It's a great place for you to help others if you're understanding this. Even if you don't understand, it's a great place to be with other people who are conscious creators and understand that you are the operant power in your own experience of life, in your reality. If you want additional help, if you want to level up, join my VIP subscription group. That's a group for leveling up. I do a Q&A in there, usually weekly. You are being motivated and you are being inspired to the version of you who has your desires. So that's what I do. For someone that needs that, like a little more hand holding, if you need a little more hand holding and you need to be reminded every day that you're the operant power so you don't revert back to the old version of you who's identifying in the old reality, then join my VIP group so you can be pushed, essentially, right? Thinking from, reminded, and reinforce the version of you who has your desire. It takes reinforcement. You have to consistently reinforce that you are in this new version of you until it solidifies. All right. And I have people who manifest their desires, and now we're focus and solidify on the new desires and the bigger, what they perceive as bigger desires to manifest. If you want to work one-on-one with me, I have one-on-one coaching available also. I love you all. You are powerful. Remember, you hold the power. I want you to walk away thinking about what are you grateful for. If anything, you're going to do these two things. You're going to focus on what you want as if you already have it. Okay? So you're speaking to yourself as if you already have it. Instead of thinking, I don't want that, I don't like that, I want you to catch yourself and I want you to think about what you do want. I want a loving relationship. What would that feel like? I want to feel a loving relationship, right? I want to feel more money. Instead of saying, I don't have enough money, that's not going to work for me, I can't go out, I want you to think what you do want. Wouldn't it be nice if I do have more money? Wouldn't it be nice if I could spend lavishly? Wouldn't it be nice if I could tip big? Okay, so think about, that's the first thing. Think about what you do want. And then number 2, gratitude. Gratitude. The more you walk through your life and your day feeling grateful, that is the feeling of having. That is the feeling of satisfaction. So practice the feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment and having, because if inside reflects out, then if you feel like you have, outside will reflect that you have by giving you more things. The desires that you're the creator, so you already know what your desires are. You will reflect a reality of feeling like you have. Okay, because you're going to get more clear on, now you're going to get bigger, you're going to think bigger, and you're going to feel like you're having. So saturate yourself with gratitude, and no matter where you are, if you join my free Facebook group, I want you to think about posting gratitude, something with gratitude, or being thankful, or even for anyone's social media content. Write something kind and something that you feel grateful about. Maybe grateful about that person. Give another person a compliment. All of that is living in the end of feeling satisfied, feeling fulfilled, feeling full, feeling like your cup is overflowing. Practice that and you will see your reality reflect it. I love you all. Have an amazing day. Bye.